Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome to 1119. I'm your host, Candace, and today we are going to be doing a tarot reading based off the energy for the month of October. Now, I was really gravitating towards a crap ton of oracle decks, and it was actually really hard for me to pick out a tarot deck to really go through. So, we're just going to play it by ear. I'm just going to wing it and see what we get. I do have 4 crystals here, as you can see. The 2 blue crystals here, these ones are just for communication. Oh, these crystals here are just for communication and making sure that my throat chakra is opened. This one is obviously Moonstone, which is also on my fingers with the rings that I'm wearing today. And honestly, do not come for me. I do not know exactly what the name of this crystal is. I did get this when I was in Arizona and actually at a thrift shop too. So it's like it's a good meditative and manifestating crystal. I just don't know it off the top of my head, but I was gravitated towards that crystal as well for today. Before we do get started though, I do want us to do like a brief meditation. If you don't want to do the meditation, I'll make sure to leave that information down below for you to go ahead and skip that and go directly to the tarot reading. But for me, when we can sit down and actually allow our bodies to calm down and be centered, the reading becomes a little bit more intuitive. It becomes a little bit more connected. And that's exactly what I want to provide for you guys when you guys are watching my tarot readings. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and start with a deep breath in and deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Now I feel better. I know you gotta be feeling better too. I'm gonna go ahead and move all the decks out of the way, and I'm gonna just grab the first one that I feel called to. I keep hearing astrology, so we're gonna start off with this deck first and see where this takes us, okay? Just a FYI, the decks have been cleansed. I used lavender this morning to cleanse them, and I have been meditating with all the decks for at least 5 minutes just to get a sense of like the energy of the room and what we can look out for. Also, the incense that is burning is still the lavender, and she is about to go out, which I think is very funny as we're getting ready to actually start this reading. She is now dissipating. With that all being said, you guys ready? Let's get into your reading. What does this collective need to know about the month of October? Thank you. The first card we got out is Taurus. Okay. Second card out is Destiny. Okay. Very telling. Okay. Next card we got out is Mars. If you're listening to this as if it's like a podcast, which I felt like some of you guys are, to have just a lot of green and red be right, and as I say that Saturn comes out, your root and your heart chakra are absolutely on fire right now. We get more heart center base energy with the 4th house and Gemini. Or 2 more. Okay, so we have Taurus, Gemini. Thank you. And I'm just shuffling until I hear it stop, which I feel like we're getting ready to do right now. I heard that's it. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the air element. I love that. Bottom of the deck, we do have the air element here. It equals out to number 12, which equals out to number 3. Air energy obviously is really prevalent. Also me saying that me being connected to the blue energy of just throat chakra with the blue crystals seems very heavy here for this energy for this collective so far. As far as the different types of energy and in your elements, I heard no for this one. Yes. Okay, so we have 3 yeses and 3 nos. So far we have Taurus. Okay. We have Destiny, which is Yod. This is also related to the Kabbalah, alignment, chakra alignment, trajectory, things falling and things falling in place as they may, okay, as they need to within time, even though time's not real. The trajectory that you are growing, or the trajectory that this is going, it is giving you that sense of, yes, this is exactly what I need to be moving forward, especially moving forward. After that, we have Mars placement here, which I think is very beautiful. We do have a 5 here with the Taurus, that's 14, 12 with Destiny, and then another 5. Okay, that's really interesting. Then we have Saturn energy, which is another 5. You may be seeing a lot of 5s, bro. I personally haven't seen a lot of 5s. 5 is just indicators of, like, in my opinion, no more stagnancy. Like, you're leaving that energy of stagnancy. There's nothing but going forward. It's a pause and reflect. There's change coming about, but at the end of the day, there's forward movement going on, which I am here for. We also then have the 4th house, which is roots. It is your family. It is ancestry. It is deep within you. It could also be related to the way that you are wired when it comes to your nervous system, but then also your heart center. A little bit too with this red being played here with the root chakra. Some of the things in your environment has led you into certain ways within your 4th house, within the ways that you do things, especially with self and your mother wounds. I'm saying mother wounds because the 4th house is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So there'll be a lot of mother wounds coming up here. We then have Gemini. We also have Aquarius. We have the moon, and then we have Jupiter. So what I'm also going to say here is that your placements in regards to this astrology reading so far obviously has something to do. Your North Node is either one of these zodiac signs. Your Mars symbol is either one of these zodiac signs, seen with Saturn, your 4th house, moon, and Jupiter. All of this energy is just really saying that there's nothing but good luck coming to you as long as you're paying attention and you're seeing things for what they really are. You're communicating and you're putting energy behind things. That's literally what I'm getting off of this, just this energy here. Taurus is the 2nd house. This is hard work, you know. Destiny, that's northern energy. What are you supposed to be doing? What is your destiny? What are the nodes telling you that you're supposed to be doing here right now in this lifetime? Mars is just forward movement, as we mentioned. Saturn, hard as fucking teacher, okay? Hard as fucking teacher. But if you learn your lessons, especially if you're in the ages between 29 and 34, if you learn those lessons, bro, you're not going to repeat those lessons. You're not going to have a midlife crisis. Like, you learned it and you put yourself first so that you are now moving in a direction that feels good for you. We already talked about 4th house. Gemini, we already talked about. Also with Gemini, understand that there's 3 perspectives. It's not just 2. There's the one that you see all the time. Then there's that subconscious energy, which I think is related to the moon here. And then also the 3rd perspective is really just seeing things for what they really fucking are. Taking out of the context the words, the emotions, and what was physically done. Just look at the situation on black and white on a piece of paper, and I bet you your perspective is going to change about it. Also communicating, socializing, interjecting with other people, getting your ideas out. You may need to talk to other people. Therapy just came up as well. That may be for something for someone. Another 5 with this Aquarius energy. Think differently. Check where Aquarius is in your chart. If you don't have any planets in there or aspects in your natal chart, that's okay. That just means that you learned something in that lesson this lifetime, so that your knowledge base of what you already know, especially since Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, there seems to be here a lot about structure, but then taking that structure and twisting it for your advantage. The moon energy, like I said, we talked about, it's feminine, it's the subconscious, but also the cautious emotions that you're feeling. And then Jupiter, good energy. Jupiter can be a finicky motherfucker too. Don't forget that shit. But like, Jupiter, good energy. So I would absolutely say if any of these energy of the zodiac signs and the placements match, it's for you. We're going to go ahead and grab my chakra base cards. You know, for me to cut the deck and I see recovery and self-worth, yeah. You know, stop trying to rush what you want to be done because you have the idea, and just because certain things are not going the way that you want it to go doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going the way that you want it to go. Pause, reflect, heal. The idea and the download that you got, it is yours. Your destiny point, that's yours. It's not for anyone else but for you, baby. So for you getting anxious or feeling like things aren't going to happen for you, or feeling like this is a lost cause, don't do that. Don't do that. Also, continue to work on your craft. Self-worth card was in the sacral energy. That's your creativity. Don't let your creativity fumble just because. Didn't I say you're being impatient? Literally. Not it coming out again. Blue, I'm telling you, not me wearing a blue hoodie. Not me wearing a blue hoodie and that being the first card out. Stop being impatient about what things are going on. Like, look, especially if this is related, and as I put it on the destiny node, just because it is related to your destiny or things that you feel that are unmanageable or untangible, especially since looking at this card, he's like literally trying to touch the moon or touch some type of sky. And there's a spirit guide guiding them, like, yeah, the vision and what you see for yourself and how it comes about, it may seem out of touch or unrealistic, but it absolutely is realistic. Just stop being impatient about how it comes in. Let it come in. You're also being guided by an owl. Yo, yeah, there's obviously going to be some expansion coming about, because why this card come out twice? Another throat chakra card. I'm telling you, my energy, my intuition was picked up on right about this communication and intuition, your throat chakra, just speaking, communication in general. For the month of October, there's going to be this sense of just be open. You see how this card, like, it's like one spirit guide is talking to one spirit guide, but they're talking to another spirit guide that's talking to this girl who's pregnant, and she's not pregnant off of just like, you know, sex and whatnot. She's pregnant off of this new idea, this creativity. Your creativity, this idea that you're working on with your sacral chakra, is going to benefit you long term. And clearly they're giving you some insight about what this is going to be, but there is expansion happening. There's this, I feel like for you, your manifestation for October is really focused on saying it, speaking it, hearing it, feeling it, tapping into it, journaling about it. The more words you can say, not only to yourself, but also to like other people. Also just heard, shh, don't tell nobody about what's going on either. Keep your mouth shut. Work on it, focus on it. I just also just heard like put images in front of your face. So like if you need to have your screensaver be the items or the things that you're trying to manifest or you're trying to create, do it. If you're trying to create something and you don't even know what it looks like, draw it and have that be literally your screensaver. There's something here where you need to see it. There's something here about you need to speak it. There's something here about you receiving it and not being fearful about it. Didn't even realize at the bottom of the deck it's guilt. Do not be fearful about you moving forward and you doing things for yourself in regards to self-growth. I am always, okay, let me just be clear. I'm gonna, bruh. Not me seeing fucking guilt and then forgiveness and then discovery. I'm telling you, something about your root chakra here. I said that. Something about your root chakra here is really asking you to really focus on you right now. Forgiveness is a motherfucker. I literally talked about this in my video on TikTok, where part of your self journey, it is forgiveness. And it's forgiving yourself first. And it's also forgiving the other people that have caused or had provided the type of distress and trauma that you've gone through, because you holding that in doesn't do anything for you, baby. It really don't. So for this to be coming out with guilt, don't feel guilty about moving forward. It is not your responsibility on how other people receive and how other people are growing in their own life. You need to be taking care of you, especially if you're losing these shackles and moving forward in a different light. Yeah, you're moving in a different space in October. It's fall season. You're like, I have things I need to do, I want to do, I have to do. Bro, did you hear that? I don't know what that was, but okay, universe. Oh. Then we have the card Perseverance. Literally, your sacral chakra is on fire. Perseverance is really talking about you don't need other people's accolades or other people's words or affection or attention to know that you are fucking amazing. You're beautiful, you're charismatic, you're intelligent. You don't need other people to tell you that. You need to be telling yourself that. And you need to persevere. The moments you are feeling those low, weak moments and you don't feel like a certain thing, that's when you actually say the opposite and you say, no, I am that. Excuse me, confirmation burp. No, you're that. You're fucking that. You know what I mean? Like, there is no reason for you to change things up. You're a boss bitch. Again, this red, she's wearing a red dress, your sacral chakra with the blue in it. Bottom of the deck as release, baby. I don't like that this is up. I am going to put that underneath the Perseverance. Also, shout out to that, because after underneath Perseverance is Acceptance. That's literally what this deck card is about. And the root chakra is you really accepting who you are, where you are, how you are, not second guessing and letting other people's thoughts and their own insecurity and projections land onto you. Empaths. I know, because I am one. Then we have Wisdom here. All this green energy, wisdom, because it's not like you guys are dumb in a logical sense. And also in a spiritual sense, you guys are not dumb. For the month of October, you guys are really going to be connecting the dots and understanding, like, yes, I had to go through all this turmoil in order for me to feel this heart-centered space of like healing and happiness. Doves may be a thing for you. There's a lot of shining there. Like, I don't know if you can see the cards, but there's a lot of swizzles. You may be into art and doing different types of like writing. Maybe writing techniques is going to be something you learn, or maybe that's a form of you scripting. Again, you're birthing something new here. This lady is here on here twice, where there's a world, like you're birthing something new. Also, just in the context of birth, you do realize it takes 9 months for someone to create, for someone to take from inception to then producing to then pushing out. That is 9 months. I think that impatience is coming back up again, where you're feeling like, well, I have been doing this, I have been doing it. Yes, but if you're doing it, I know you're still getting triggered in some capacity. That's why it's still popping up. So you need to be paying attention to your triggers. Number 2, give yourself that grace as things take time to develop. You're not supposed to be receiving things immediately. If you were supposed to receive things immediately, you would be looking at it and feeling and intuitive and connected to that in a different way. It wouldn't be so in depth. So because it's so in depth and it's a part of your North Node, your destiny for this month of October, for you to be feeling this, to go through this process, to really heal and to allow yourself to develop the way you need to develop, allow yourself to develop, allow yourself to get that wisdom. Allow yourself to move forward. I like we have impatience and then impartiality. This is where you're having that indecisive information and feeling. But this is more or less within your throat, not your throat, your third eye, as well as your crown chakra, of not really knowing how to move forward or how to do it. It's like, it's the same thing, but how do I do it? Honestly, I'm just going to sit there and say you need to just meditate on that energy for the month of October. I heard no for this, but I do want to show it. It does say service. I'm not necessarily thinking that you need to go back and do things for people for the month of October. I am seeing 3 people dead. And I'm sorry, I should have said trigger warning, but I'm seeing 3 people pass away. And I feel like those are your ancestors that are going to be really with you during this month of October. We do have Halloween season coming up. Ancestries and energies and spirits are way more heavier down this time of the year. So you may be feeling them, you may be connected to them, but I don't necessarily see you needing to do some type of service like giving back. More or less, I feel like they're giving back to you. I heard it's your time now. No more of this, I heard too. Isolation. That's depression. Bottom of the deck, we do have destiny again. I heard two more, so I'm going to put that with that one real quick. And I heard two more. This one, yes or no? I heard yes. Facade. Okay. And one more. Is that it? Thank you. Balance. Okay. Bottom of the deck, though, we do have joy. Knowing why. In a sense, I don't know where to even put this. Yeah. So we have joy at the bottom of the deck, and then we also have dissipating. This is your solar plexus energy here. Whenever I see these solar plexus energy, it's very complex and unique because on one hand, it's a lot about feeling successful and that you're doing shit and you feel good, and the things from the throat, from the things from the root chakra and the sacral are no longer bothering you, or they're not coming up as word vomit as they would before. So it's a good change of direction and things for you, which is really good. But getting back to this isolation, no more depression stuff for the month of October. Okay? No more sitting at home and not doing anything. Get out, do stuff, find an event, or don't go into an event. There's a lot of fall stuff to do, whether that's like pumpkin patch or different types of theater or hiking, tastings for like cider or food. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that's going around in your town. If you're not going to hang out with other people, hang out with yourself and take yourself out and do stuff that's outside your barrier. Trust it. Go with the flow. Don't be so isolated, because you being outside and connecting with other people is what's going to help push you during this month of October to align to this destiny. We talked about earlier how like there's a trajectory here, and there seems to be this sense of like the more you are tapping in specifically to what you feel good and what doesn't feel good, and but having balance within that, you're going to find a lot of peace within yourself within the month of October. Facade is really about inner child work. This could be father wound related, also mother wound, because we talked about that earlier with the fourth house. But whenever I see this card, it's a facade. You're having to take off the blinders or the rose-colored glasses around people or situations, specifically around father wounds or people who you consider as a father, and really looking at it for what it really is and thanking them for their dishonesty or their shittiness that has allowed you to really grow up and see things from a different perspective, to heal. It's that facade of like, oh, he's a great dad or a great person. No, he's actually pretty shitty. And if he was somebody I met just down the street, I would have cussed him the fuck out. It's kind of like that. So just really realizing like the different types of facade and like the placement with that is going to help you as well. Now, placement, I mean like family, mother, self. This could be also your own self. I just heard that. Your own facade that you're putting out there and projecting. This could also be like maybe you're a father and you have a child and you're realizing the things that you need to work on, or vice versa. Maybe you're a mother and you're not realizing what you need to fix for your own children's sake, for the own relationship that you have. But the last card that come out is balance, and this is your third eye here. Speaking of people and family, there's probably a lot of things that are not going right in your space when it comes to that for the month of October. Don't worry about it. I do see that your spiritual family and the universe, God, divine, whoever you see them as, they're protecting you here. There's going to be at least 3 people giving you some nastiness. I don't really like their face, but I feel like this, whoever's behind you, standing behind you and taking care of that, they're definitely taking care of that legal aspect, the dishonesty. It's a Libra 7th house contract kind of thing, and it's bringing in more balance for you by the end of October. I heard tarot deck, and I'm gonna not pause because I was going to grab this one and then I paused. What is the tarot energy archetypes for this collective? Upright or reverse? Alright, upright, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yes or no? I heard no. Alright, upright, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Upright or reverse? We have the Three of Swords in reverse. There are two more. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Upright or reverse. You know, that's so fucking beautiful. For the bottom of the deck to be the Nine of Pentacles, your hard work, bro. Baby, my collective, my family, your hard work is not going unnoticed. I know it may not seem like it because you can't physically see the garden, right? It's like an imaginary garden. Money's not real, so it's imaginary. You can't tangibly touch your feelings. You can know how it feels, you could tap into that, but all of this is all like imaginary when you think about it, right? And so for this to be an imaginary feeling or imaginary thing that I'm getting, it does speak a lot of volume. Underneath that, we do have Temperance, and we do have the Lovers, but it's in reverse. Temperance is also in reverse. You know, I know a lot of people will sit there and say the Lovers is all about people, but it's not. It can be, but that's just one representation that it just kind of fueled with, you know, the collective or tarot in general. It is, let's not forget that the Lovers is ruled by Gemini. And we talked about Gemini earlier today in our reading. I feel like, with it being in reverse, it can be related to someone, but I feel like it's an internal dialogue and the dialogue that you're keeping with other people. And those energies, including the ones that we just talked about that may be negative towards you for the month of October, these individuals are really just not bringing you what you need, and or it's not helping your internal dialogue. Hence the Temperance here in reverse. This is Sagittarius energy. This is not feeling content, not feeling happy, not knowing how to balance, feeling unbalanced, and honestly not really taking care of yourself and really believing in your own journey. So for this to be underneath the Nine of Pentacles, where it's hard work, like you had to work hard to grow some grapes. It's not easy to grow anything, for one, and let alone a whole grapevine. Like, you literally had to plant the seed and take all the weeds out and continue to nourish it and give it what it needs in order for you to have this full thing of garden, full thing of grapes, abundance, prosperity, happiness, joy. So it's taken a long time for you to get here. And I just keep looking at this destiny note on how it's going literally forward. Then we also had Mars going forward. There's nothing but going forward for you. There's nothing but going forward for you. Upright or reverse. I heard it right here. I heard we don't want that card, so I'll just put that one to the side. Although it is a Four of Cups, let me just say, if you have been ignoring your family in any capacity, they send in you a warning saying, please don't. And we also have the Death card here, upright, Scorpio energy. You know, for the Queen of Pentacles to be the first one to pop out, I think is very telling because it says a lot about where you're moving towards. And honestly, also how I place it on top of the Destiny card, I think is haha, not funny, but haha alignment. Because we have two energies here that really indicates movement towards your foundation and abundance. We have Taurus right here, then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Earth energy is the slowest moving energy, slowest moving element. It takes time for certain things to grow and to heal and to move into a new direction. So, as we have the Nine of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, but yet the card that flew out first is the Queen of Pentacles. This is your archetype. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who puts in the work and makes sure that she literally can just sit back and just receive. There's nothing she needs to do. She doesn't need to stop and, get on the phone and fix things. She doesn't need to worry about funds coming in. People are paying her on time. Invoices are being sent. She's communicating what she wants and doesn't want. There's multiple streams of different types of income or abundance coming in her way. She literally is just sitting back, kicking in it, and allowing herself to receive. Getting back to that solar plexus energy with all this yellow and yellow on this dress too, it's giving I am happy, I'm here, I am joyful, I'm secure, I am safe. Especially with this red cloak underneath her covered by the Aries energy with that ram. Yeah, I am safe, I am protected, I put in the work, I know what I need to do. I've already set things up for the success. I'm just going to kick back here and look pretty and accept and receive. This is Capricorn energy. Hard work does actually pay off, and it's telling. Your hard work is pushing you into different extremities. That good luck, good things happening to you. Add Jupiter down here with abundance and benefits, but then we also have it here with the Wheel of Fortune. Good things are coming in, and obviously if you are one of the fixed signs, absolutely fuck yeah. If you are a fucking Scorpio and Taurus, because we got you guys in here twice. Oh, Aquarius too, excuse me. So Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, if you guys are in here, good luck is coming through. Leo's for you as well. There's just something about like good energy coming in your way because of all the things that you have done and have succeed, because you're choosing to do the opposite, right? Getting into the Three of Swords and the Death card here, you're processing. All that pain and all that stuff is processing, and you're just going through a transformation, mental and emotional. Heavy on the Libra moon if you're in here as well, but like I feel that for you guys. You guys are learned to really trust your own self and to go through that turmoil in order for you to feel good, safe, and secure. But in order for you to feel safe and secure, you got to go through all that hardship, especially money woes. Now, if you need to go ahead and take a look at my money blocks videos, please do. I'll make sure that's down below for you as well. But looking at this card, it is giving mother, single father, just stress. Older sibling too, having to be like that provider for the family and not sure how to really go about that, but you're trying to. It's coming through, because after the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. That's someone giving you an extension. That is someone helping you out. This could be a loan. This could be a new job opportunity. This could be like a random set of abundance that gets you out of a certain area that you can reinvest and like put back into yourself. Regardless though, that Five of Pentacles is in reverse. So this mindset about the past and how things used to be is moving, as you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles right here as an indicator that, yeah, you are moving forward in a new direction. Now this deck is mostly for my kitchen girls, my kitchen witches, people who like herbalism, astrology, and you like blending those two tools together with your own style. Yes or no? I heard no on that one. All right, let's see what additional energy I can give you for the kitchen. Maybe you need to make some tea, maybe some food. This one, yes or no? I heard yes on this one. This one is potato. Ground in another 5. I swear to God, if you guys are not seeing the number 5, I don't know what's going on, but another number 5 and another one. And it has tarot at the bottom. How cute, bro. This is so cute. It also does have earth energy with Virgo energy as well with potato. We do have the moon and the sun here and the number 5. And honestly, I'm here for that grounding. What do you do to grounding yourself? What are you doing to feel in tune to self? Yes or no? I heard yes. Then we have broccoli, which is Libra energy. And it's also have Libra and Gemini. And it's for leadership. you know, taking that stance on yourself and really trusting on what's going on moving forward, it is leadership. It's not just confidence, but it is absolutely leadership. And it takes guts to do things, it takes perseverance as well. We had that earlier where it's like, I can't give up. I know I'm supposed to be in the spotlight, or I know I'm supposed to be doing some things. I know I'm supposed to be out there. I need to get myself out there. Then we have fig for vitality. I know figs are actually, I think it's not even a fruit. I think it's a vegetable or something like that. And I believe right now they're also out in season. So it definitely feels intuitive for you guys to go check that out. Also, vitality. God, I'm saying that wrong. We have Taurus on here a third time, and we also have the number 5 again. On top of that, we do have the snake. You take that as you will. I'm not going to say anything other than there's a snake. Also, too, just a little tip, you can literally cook with these items and just put the intention on the item before you eat it, and that is going to be how you're embracing that energy. So if you're trying to make, hash browns or some type of like potatoy dish, just say the potatoes, you're providing me grounding energy, and then you use those potatoes in that said cooking, and then as you're eating it, continue to think and feel like this is getting you grounded. That's how you embody that. Then we have cauliflower, which is transition. I said that earlier. A couple things. We have the number 11. I talked about the Cancer energy with the 4th house. I also talked about transition here with the Scorpio. So yes, I feel that for you guys. There seems to be changes in the air everywhere I look around. Next we have lime, and this is for luck. Look, now y'all done got 3 decks with 3 different types of energies indicating luck: Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, and now this card. Use lime too when you're making your drinks or when you need that citrus. Also cleanse your bracelets if you have any crystal bracelets. This is also I don't know why I'm getting stuck on that Capricorn. Then we have Scorpio energy with chives, divination. Another number 5. Another one. There are 2 more. Thank you. Then we have apples with continuance. We have Capricorn energy again. Seven. Also with apples, I don't know why, but apple pie or apple juice is popping up. We have one more left out of this one. We have strawberries, which is agreement. Libra energy. Didn't I say that earlier too, as I'm about to put this on the energy? I did say that there's something here about a contract or something where people are just not, I don't know, the energy, confirmation with that yawn. Something about that energy is very draining, tiring some. Also with the feather, you ever see like those old school like feather pens? Confirmation burps. Someone is gonna use that, or you're gonna use that. Something about a feather pen. It's really old school. Just be on the lookout for that. What is the last card for this collective? Thank you. All right, bottom of the deck, we do have wisdom again. Bro, if you better tell me in the comments what wisdom you get in the month of October, because goddamn, this is now the second deck you're getting wisdom. This is Leo energy. It is bay leaf. It does look like there's a grimoire in there too. Maybe you're creating your grimoire, or maybe something with regards to a grimoire is happening. That's really cool though. I love grimoires. I don't know if you guys have one, but I have about like two, and I dove into my grimoires. Like I actually draw and painted in mine. I really connected to my grimoire. So maybe that's for some of you guys with the wisdom that you need or what you're receiving in the month of October. You need to put that back into your grimoire. Last but certainly not least, we have Pansy, which is Libra energy again. This is attraction energy. Also, do you see that necklace? I don't know the type of necklace that is, but I've seen it in spiritual shops, crystal shops. I don't know if you need to get this, but I feel like you probably do need to get one of these. It feels very telling, like, yeah, if you want to be more like get that attraction, and that attraction too, regardless of what crystal you get, that attraction could be money, it could be love, it could be friendship, it could be success, it could be internal attraction. Sorry, like that internal attraction towards yourself, like what you feel good about yourself, that kind of thing, like that could also be it. But attraction. Last but certainly not least, I heard we're going to do one more deck. This is the Pluto deck that I recently just got a couple weeks ago during my self-love challenge. And I got it because I'm a Scorpio. Duh. But also because of my family, you guys, my collective, we're going through a lot of transformation. And with Pluto being in retrograde and there's a lot of things happening in society, it just felt very calling that sometimes the need for change and that positive change is actually a really good thing. Yes or no? Heard no on this one, but the bottom one, yes. If I can get it. We have skunk. Heard two more. Thank you. Yes or no? Heard no, but yes. We have house cat. Heard no on the friend, yes on the goat. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the book and I'm going to read you guys what these things mean. Bottom of the deck, we do have squirrel. So funny that we saw that earlier and now it's at the bottom. The skunk, meaning alternative solutions and resourcefulness. As one of the most infamous members of the animal kingdom, the skunk is a force to be reckoned with. Armed with a smelly spray that can drive away even the most aggressive predators, the skunk knows how to get and keep and what it wants. Its defensive tactics are also some of the most unique around. If skunk energy is present, you too could benefit from tapping into your resourcefulness and finding a solution through innovative means. If you've pulled this card, it's likely you've been trusting your tried and true methods to solve a problem, but it seems the harder you try, the more elusive the solution is. Consider for a moment the resources that exist outside of you. Sometimes the answer really does lie in another person. Seeking the help of someone you respect and the trust may be necessary now. They will bring not only a fresh set of eyes to the issue, but they probably also hold a different perspective or approach that may be the key to the unlock that you need. It may simply be that you need to surround yourself or be with someone who can help you get in touch with the qualities of tactics or possess the things that you hadn't thought of yet. Alternately, it also could just be the fact that you need to step away from whatever it is and give yourself some time and space to think about what actually you need instead of trying to look for outside validation. We kind of talked about that earlier today with you kind of going insulated, like looking for your own self for that validation instead of looking for outside validation. But if you do need help with this career move or things that are bringing in good energy for you in the month of October, definitely seek out people who are going to help you, like people who have actually done it, not friends that you're hoping that they're going to give you some advice on. Like, go to actually people who are in that industry, or find resources in regards to that industry or thing that you're trying to create, and then go from there. That's what I would do. House cat, meaning choices, the easy way out, rewilding, rewilding. God, I can't speak. Rewilding. A common friend in the pet world, the house cat is one of the few domestic animals that can turn feral at any moment and then back again if it so chooses. That same dichotomy is present within this card. In a reading, the house cat asks us about the decisions we're making and whether they're in alignment with what we truly want, believe, or need. As humans, we are prone to taking the path of the least resistance. Let that sink in. We as humans are prone to taking the path of least resistance, the comfortability, the familiar path. But just because something is comfortable doesn't always mean that it's good. It is time to get honest with yourself. Are you moving towards your growth? Stop it now. We've been talking about this entire reading. Are you moving towards your growth? Are you moving towards your desires, your needs? Are you staying secondary and complacent because at least you know what to expect? Think of the feral nature of the cat. It never loses. There's a part of you that is always begging to be free, to be wild, to embrace, to take a risk, to try something new. This is highly likely because you need to trust the version within yourself, not the part of the house that is not a part of you anymore. Yes, thank you, because that's exactly what we've been talking about. And the goat, meaning untapped potential, virality, and stubbornness. As the first domesticated animal in human history, the goat is an old familiar friend. The horns on a goat often represent fertility, vitality, and life force. At the same time, the goat can be a very destructive creature if not managed properly. When the goat card appears in this reading, or in a reading, the primeval force from which both creation and destruction spring is asking for your attention. There's untapped potential within you that is begging to be harnessed now. And the way you choose to engage with it or not is up to you. When goat energy is present, there is often a certain stubbornness at play. Perhaps you are engaged in an old pattern or behavior that you know is self destructive, but it is ultimately familiar and therefore comfortable. This is your chance to switch up the story and transmute the stubbornness into determination. When channeled correctly, nothing can stand in the way of the goat. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, but fuck yeah. I am highly, 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 highly grateful for this reading, because for the month of October, this reading has really asked you guys to go outside of your comfort zone and to continue to move forward and build and grow and expand and heal and allow those connections to happen. You can be complacent and you can stay in the space that you are in, or you can take a chance on yourself and move forward in a direction that feels good for you, your destiny point. You have the potential to go somewhere else and to do so many other things that you need to allow yourself to try. And once you get out of that comfort zone, allow yourself to really tap in. That's how you can really ingest and grow and be who you are desiring to be. It also takes consistency, is what I just heard. Consistencies for some of you guys. If you are getting triggered in the moment about said things that you're working on, it's because the universe, God, divine, your ancestors are testing you. Are you really saying you're about this shit that you're saying that you're about? Or are you going to go back to the same thing that's been something that's been easy for you to go through? That same path, that same thought, that same emotion, the same way moving forward in the type of life that you have been doing? Or are you going to take that every single time that trigger, you're pausing, you're reflecting, you're seeing what it is about this particular thing that's causing me to still get triggered? Is it a spiritual thing? Is it a mental thing? Is it in my emotional body, or am I physically just like getting triggered and I don't know how to really fix it or understand it? Those are the 4 bodies that's going to help you really understand where you are within your triggers. And this just really says, like, as you're in the month of October, are you really taking note about the things that are triggering you? Are you making those moves to move forward from that? And if so, how can you then move forward and make sure that you're not going backwards? Taking a chance on yourself, looking for yourself for the inside words, trusting your gut intuition, and then moving forward within it and not being stubborn. That's literally what these 3 cards are saying. With all that being said, I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Thank you so much for choosing this reading on my Instagram. If you guys want me to continue on to do tarot readings like this a little bit more extended than what you see on Instagram or what you see on social media, please let me know. I love doing tarot. Tarot is my first love, and that's something I definitely want to make sure that I continue on doing here, especially in the month of October. For myself, I am going to be adding in tarot parties, and then other ways that you can get a personal reading for me, but more on that in the next couple weeks. But within that regard, thank you so much again for listening and watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you at all, and I will catch you guys at our next one. Bye guys, I love you. Mwah.